Hey, how's it going? I know. Crazy hectic, right? Well, sit back and relax and welcome to the Mom and Pop Spot. Help me welcome my dad and the host of the show, St. Patrick.
Welcome to all my madres, padres, nanas, and guests. This is episode number 19 of the Mom and Pop Spot podcast. Join with me is my new co-host, Bernice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for the intro.
Yes. How you doing?
Good.
Good. You excited?
I am.
Yeah. I'm excited because the fact that now I got an actual co-host. I don't got to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got a good co-host. So
I've never done this before, so I'm super excited. Thank you for asking.
We are gonna see all your flaws, all everything.
Gosh.
Yeah. So and we're gonna pinpoint, and those are gonna be the ones that are actually gonna go viral. Today we're gonna actually be talking to a great father. So please show love to Freddy to the show.
Welcome, Freddy.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
About the great father part. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. To be a great father is hard work, but I mean it's something that you can, hold as an achievement.
Yep. And nobody ever tells you that.
Yeah. That's the thing that I wish we did, is I wish we were able not to just be able to give a good compliment to other fathers, but to be able to accept it. Because usually when someone says, "Oh, you're a good father," and I'm like, really, am I? And then I start thinking about everything that I'm doing bad, and then I'm like, shit, okay, I'm just a regular person.
We're so used to just saying it to moms,
Yeah.
Fathers don't hear it a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, not appreciated enough. So thank the good fathers out there. How are you guys both doing from 1 to 10? Mentally, emotionally?
I would say I'm at like a 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's causing you to be at a 6 or a 7?
Just, mom life.
Yeah.
It's with teenagers, it's just super stressful all the time.
I agree. And you?
I want to say like around probably like an 8.
Oh man, so you're
7,
good.
8.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say 10 and lie about it, but
yeah,
to be honest, 7, 8.
Hey, that's still good. Anything better than a 5 is good. You know what I mean? 5, you're halfway there. Anything after that is positive. So, and then how's parenting treating you?
Well, it's treating me pretty good so far.
Yeah. What kind of obstacles would you say you've ran into?
Not really sure.
No. What about you?
Well, I have teenagers, so my obstacles right now with them are the way that they talk.
Very disrespectful.
God, it's just like the way it could be said differently. It's all about how you say things. And I think even us as parents are even kind of, at fault at that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll be like, well, look how you're talking to me. You're yelling at me. I'm like, I'm not yelling. I'm just trying to get you to understand and hear me out, So that's one of my obstacles right now. Is just trying to chill out. Maybe I needed to a little bit. Like maybe I needed to figure out how to word things differently. I don't know. But because I feel like they grasp onto that, and then I think that they're being the same way back. So,
Yeah, I'm the same way. And then I just seen this post too, where it's like, how do you know that, your kids are getting older? And it's like when your kids are saying, stop yelling at me while you're yelling at them, or it's the way that they're telling you.
Well, I guess back to the obstacle part. I mean, I guess my obstacle is trying to get over the fact that today's generation relies on these games and, being inside the house and just not growing up the way we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so much funner back then.
And it's just in my head, why can't they do that? And I wish they were more like us, like our generation, and go outside, ride your bike, just not spend so much time inside the house. And that's one of my obstacles, just trying to think the way, okay, it's a new year, new generation, this is what they do.
Yeah.
And just trying to accept it, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to accept. You're right, definitely.
Yeah. Have you guys run into anything challenging now that we're getting past all the holidays and everything?
Nothing really. I don't think so. I mean, nothing challenging. Just, how people say, new year, new me. It's new year, same me for me.
Yeah. At this point, I've always tried to, be the same person as I was before, just with a little bit more, rewards, I guess. Yeah. You pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I had a question. Do you guys ever let your kids watch anything on TV? Is there anything that you guys are like movies that you guys are trying to get your kids into, like stuff that you grew up to?
Yeah, for the most part, we don't let them watch a lot of violent stuff, but like I do try to push like the stuff that we watch on them, like like I watch Cobra Kai,
Okay,
and
that's actually a good series.
and the only reason I watch it is just because I felt like I had to, because I watched Karate Kid, and
Yeah.
and I try to push that on my kids to watch it, like,
Yeah.
but they're always watching their own stuff, and they don't want nothing to do with it.
I like watching it, and then I like getting my kids to like learn, and then they have them like fight against each other, and whoever blacks out first like wins. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what?
I don't do none of that, but actually, it's a really good series. Some of the shows that I like getting my kids to watch, Mighty Ducks was a big one for me.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Are we talking movie or cartoon?
Movies. Sandlot is another one.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely on the list.
And then some Disney movies like Goofy Movie and Lion King. What are some of your guys's?
My kids always make fun of me because I'm always watching cheesy shows. But,
Yeah.
It's what I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Put it on Netflix, and by all means, I'll binge watch everything there is. But for me, I like watching like the classic Disney movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine's Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone.
Dude, that gets played. I think they haven't stopped watching that movie since I think like summer of like 2019 or something like that.
I can't believe how long that movie's gone on for so
No,
many
it's on continuous. Like
I know.
Some houses have Frozen and they have like Wednesday going on. My house is still stuck on Home Alone in it since my oldest was born. It's on continuous rotation.
Yeah, my household is stuck on Encanto right now.
Okay, that's a really good one. I actually like that. And I'm not afraid to admit that's that's a little tearjerker.
It is.
Yeah.
These Disney movies now these days they're
really good.
Tearjerkers.
Yeah. Like Coco is another one.
Yeah, Coco.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, I cried so hard at Coco.
Thinking about that, do you shit, I just lost my train of thought. There was a good question I was gonna ask with that and I just totally forgot about it. What are some other movies that you guys have your kids watch?
Addams Family.
Okay.
The Addams Family Values.
Oh, that's a good one.
Especially because that Wednesday movie came out. So it's like a big thing. I'm like, well, let's go back. Let's see the original.
Yeah.
But it took me forever for her to get to watch the first one. Like this is my youngest, my 12-year-old.
Yeah. The very first Addams Family?
Yeah, like the first one.
Oh, okay. And that one's a little, I mean, that's okay. It's all right.
But you got to see like, here's the first and then compare because she was all obsessed with the new Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was just, I can't really get into it too much. Like the Wednesday, I couldn't get into the show. I don't know. I mean, I just need to keep trying, I think.
Oh, okay.
But my daughter like loves it, that show.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. It's just now that they're, playing a lot of like the TikTok stuff of it. I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm tired of, the Wednesday dance. Like,
right.
Yeah. My daughter actually did a Wednesday dance for her dance company.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just because it's trendy,
Yeah. But have you guys ever watched the actual TV show, the black and white?
No.
Nope.
Oh, you know what? I remember a long time ago. I did watch it.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. I actually liked it, and actually, where that dance came from was actually from her. I think that, and I think the Wednesday actress was saying that she got it from Lady Gaga or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. What about movies that you're not wanting your kids to watch?
I don't know.
There's a movie like a Halloween movie that made like the top list.
Uh-huh.
That was like one of the most horror movies, but it was like a clown movie.
Oh, like It or
something like that. And I forgot the name, but my kid wanted to watch it so bad, and I'm like, bro, you're not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I Googled it, because I'm a good parent.
Yeah.
And I seen all the
reviews,
and I seen some of the highlights, and I was like, man, you know what? It's not in my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's
too gory.
I'm trying to think if there's any like really any movies that I wouldn't allow my kids to watch. The thing that I kind of don't like is just when they overact. Like a lot of now sticking on with Disney is a lot of the newer Disney movies, newer Disney shows. It's like they're doing too much. It almost seems like they're trying to push an agenda or like a social, issue. It's like, dude, I just let them be their age and watch age appropriate shows. You know what I mean? Versus trying to push something on.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking the baby. I joked around and mentioned that I was going to take the baby to go see Megan. You guys seen that?
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen it, but I saw the preview.
Yeah, I had a couple people, they were texting me. They're like, please tell me you're not serious. And I'm like, obviously I'm not. Like, you know, I'm not going to take the baby to go see Megan. Like, yeah, it does look like a good movie. And it does look like
it though, really?
It does look like it can happen because AI is in now. You know what I mean? Like, you see a lot of these live action dolls that they're creating now where people are trying to get married to them and stuff like that. Weird, but
that's just creepy to me. I don't know if I'd pay to see that.
They actually got an AI or a rapper that's a robot.
Do they?
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
And he's an actual rapper. Yeah.
Is it good?
I don't know. I never heard him.
Oh, yeah, then it must not be that good.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw it on like on Facebook or something. But
yeah. So before we continue, we're gonna take a quick potty break. We'll be right back.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
And we're back. We're back, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. We're back. What's a parent's biggest insecurities?
I think for me, just, I like to try and be a role model, so just having them look at me that way, just making sure, trying to do the best that I can of being a parent. I mean,
what's a good role model in your eyes?
Show that you are a hard worker.
Mhm.
You want to show your kids that you want nice things, you got to work for them.
Yeah.
So things don't just get handed to you. So I really try to instill that in them. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job because they're both working, 16 and 18.
Yeah.
So they've been working since they were 16.
And I'm not going to say it because you guys are both in front of me, but I mean, you guys are really good parents. I mean, I like to watch, not in a weird way, but I like to watch parents and to be able to be like, man, like, these are my mentors. These are my inspirators. You know what I mean? Elijah's another good one. It's just, you guys are all doing your own thing. But at the same time, if you put them all together, you guys are awesome parents, all three of you guys. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thinking about our struggles, I vouch to never let my kids, know how hard my struggle is. With that being said, do you believe we owe our kids the truth with some of the struggles that we might be going through?
You know what? I've been going through this for a while now, and just recently, like literally, I just like kind of just broke down and just and just kind of just sat with them and told them because I'm sick.
Yeah.
I have diabetes, and on top of that, I got another disease called chronic pancreatitis, and like I never show my weakness. I never show my struggle with it. I kind of just take that and just have it just no one see it.
Yeah.
So as an insecurity thing, I also I don't want to let them see me like weak or crying or none of that. But recently I just told them, hey, you know what, I'm sick, and and finally told them, and so I kind of have their support now.
So you mentioned that, and I was kind of wanting to bring it up, even with your situation. You're comfortable talking kind of about it? And then actually, let me have you bring the mic a little bit closer too. Not you, I'm you. Yeah, just closer. But I wanted to ask, because the fact that you guys both had to present your guys' situations to your families. What is that situation like?
Well, it kind of changed a little bit because now my kids see me, and they always asking, "Are you okay? How do you feel?" And like, so now it's now they're worrying about it, But at the same time, I had to be honest with them and tell them the truth. Like why I was sick. Or sometimes why I can't do the things that I used to do. Around the house. So now they're a little bit older. Isabella's 9, Caleb's 10, Emma's 3. She still doesn't know, but my 2 oldest know that why I don't do the things that I used to do before, because I'm sick, and they're understanding and I got their support now, but at the same time now I got them worrying about, and stressing them out, but it's something they gotta know about me though.
Yeah, for sure.
What is that situation like in your house when you're having to explain?
I feel like the girls, even when I told my mom was very understanding. The family was very understanding. I think with the kids is a little bit more, I feel like they didn't really fully understand. And I still think they don't fully understand, but all I can really tell them is like things are different now. Like I can't do the things that I used to do. I have to really take care of myself. And being a teenager, like you get it, but you don't. And I think that's where their minds are right now. So sometimes it could be a little frustrating because I still like, come on, help me out a little bit. Like if I'm not feeling good, like help me do things, and it's always just like I'm bugging or something like that, like no, like it's not. Like it's been a struggle to help, like just get them to understand, what's really going on. Because I think when they look at me, oh, you look fine. You look like you're okay. You're walking today. You're talking today. Like you seem fine, but really you're not on the inside. So it's a struggle.
Does that now bring in a fear for you guys because of the fact that it's like now you guys have something going on? Not just for you guys personally, but now you have to think about family. Now you have to think about, what's.
Well, yeah, I mean it's kind of scary, but I've been facing this for a while now, and now that my kids and my family know, how serious it is, and they're also on board, trying to eat better, just be healthier, like because of what I have, so diabetes sucks.
Yeah.
And, it's all about eating healthy, and my kids, they're looking at me like, oh, I'm not gonna eat candy around my dad, or so they're doing stuff that they know.
They're trying to be more like self-conscious,
kind of,
and
yeah.
respectful.
And I mean, they're still kids, but
yeah,
for them to think like that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you created a fear within yourself?
I try not to.
Yeah.
I try not to think about it. I don't want to put myself in that bubble because sometimes I do find myself in a little bubble where, like, I don't even want to leave the house, and I'm just so tired, and so I really try not to think that way.
Yeah, but I ask because like death is inevitable. I hope I said that right. What are you wanting to do when your time has passed and you like when you're outside looking in and you're like, okay, I want my friends and my family to be able to do this for my kids. I want them to do this to honor me. What does that conversation look like? How are you wanting to what are you wanting them to do?
I think for my my cousin, I know she's like my sister. Like we grew up together. She knows, like what's important for me with the girls and stuff like that. And my husband, he knows too as well. But just to, just want the girls to keep going. I want them to stay strong, and life is short.
Yeah.
And I think my cousin, she's always been in a very, very good spot. So she knows exactly how I would want the girls to continue to be raised.
Yeah.
So.
And then how are they honoring you? Like, how are they honoring your guys' legacy?
Just, working hard, have the things that you want, have fun, live life to your fullest. Like, that's like my main thing. Like, you only get one life to live.
Right.
And I've told the girls this, like, live it to, love, live, like, just do what you can.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that far apart, like that far, like into death or none of that. But I mean, now that you bring it up, like I do want to leave a legacy. Like I do want to leave something for my kids to have, and so they can.
I asked because and I don't want to sound morbid or be depressed, but I think about that stuff. I think about that stuff all the time, and not just for myself, but I think about it for other people. I'm very fearful, but I'm also fear less of death, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I can see myself at my own funeral, and I'm like, okay, what does the situation look like for my kids? Something, God forbid, something happens when I walk out this door, on my way to work, wherever the case is my family, are they going to be okay?
Yeah.
If it's not, what am I going to do to make sure that they are okay? And that's, in this situation, not just financially, but mentally, I love my family and everything else, but sometimes it feels like I don't got the best support within my family. So that's why I shelter myself and I shelter my family, and I become somewhat of a hermit crab, and I kind of seclude myself because of the fact that I'm like, I don't want to be fake and then go out there and present myself like, oh, we're all family this, family that.
Yeah.
And when in a sense, it's not like if I don't call them, my phone's not ringing.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true. I think that goes for every family because my family's
Yeah.
the same way. Like, even though, we have a big family, I still feel like it's just like it's the five of us.
Right.
It's my 3 daughters and my husband. Like, this is our world.
Yeah.
This is what we make. What are we gonna make of it? You
Yeah.
know? So
And
yeah,
that's
I
why
get
I'm
it.
always trying to reach out. I'm always trying to say
It's always gonna be that way. It's always gonna be
Yeah.
your kids and your significant other.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm trying to say is how is it going to be because I'm trying to do as much as I can for them
I know.
to make them feel like that familyness. But if I'm not there, God forbid something happens to me, what happens to that familyness to them? Now all of a sudden their world gets shattered, and it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And who is someone that you guys admire as parents? Whether it be someone that, in your personal life, celebrities, you know?
Always my mom. I'm always gonna say my mom.
Yeah.
she's always been my rock, honestly.
Well, I was gonna say our parents. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. My dad,
Yeah.
my mom. Yeah, I mean, they came from nothing. They
Uh-huh.
left their country. When they were teenagers, not knowing what the U.S. was gonna bring them. So.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I mean, to me, that's huge. Like they made it happen.
Yeah.
They made shit happen. Like not knowing.
It's things like that that make me humbled because of the fact that we don't have excuses to be like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I try to work so hard for my kids because I don't want them to think that oh, well, he took a break today. It's reason like how you're saying, you keep going. You don't want to show no weaknesses because of the fact that you want to make sure you're presenting yourself and you're raising the bar for them for when they become parents. What about your guys' friends? Do you guys have good role models as far as parents or within friends?
For sure. My 2 bestest friends, one's a nurse. She works in the NICU.
Uh-huh.
She's awesome. And we all grew up together since 7th grade, since we were what? I think 7th grade's 13?
Oh, wow.
12, 13?
Yeah.
And we've known each other since we were that age. So we've known who we really are as a person, So my other best friend, she's an entrepreneur. She runs her own brow business. She is just doing amazing. She used to work for Cox since we were in high school.
You said NICU. Is that like a club?
NICU.
I'm just kidding. I know. And I see you. I know. I'm just messing with you. You said, and the other friend was a brow?
Yeah, her company's the Brow Rescue.
Okay. Did she do your brows? Because your brows are on point.
She did do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to her. Shout out to your brows.
Yeah. Shout out to my bestie.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say that too.
Yeah. What about you?
Guys.
Me and my friends, we went through every stage together,
Yeah.
Through our party stage, just having fun, just being crazy, and then we went through being parents now, so
I think it's a beautiful thing.
it is
Hindsight
to watch. They saw me being a dumbass, I saw them being stupid, and we grew up, and now we're responsible parents.
Yeah.
And like you say, my best friends they're great fathers. One of them, he went from sleeping in a bed at his mom's house to now he's a millionaire.
Wow.
Selling. He's a wholesaler.
Yeah.
He's one of my role models. He's he made shit happen from scratch, you know.
Wow.
And then one of my other friends, you know, he's a single dad. He has his kids here and there, but you know, he's a great father too. So shout out to him too. You know, like
Yeah.
we just make shit happen as fathers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to all the good fathers out there.
Comic book.
Not that one. Yeah. There we go. And good mothers out there too, because I don't want to take away from them too. What would you guys say are the biggest things you've been able to receive from your parents that have helped you towards parenting? Whether it be, you know, just something simple as when you were a little kid to something that they're constantly reminding you now.
You know, they never like gave me anything like materialistic, none of that
Right.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But what they gave me was, you know, their hard work, you know. They always pushed to go to school,
Yeah.
good education, you know. So that just always sticks with me, you know. Like that's what I try pushing my kids, you know, like hard work,
Yeah.
you know, be smart, you know.
Yeah. Hard work for sure. My mom, she always made sure that, you know, you got to work hard for what you want in this life, you know. So that always kind of really stuck with me. But you know, now that I think about it, like college and stuff, she rarely talked about going to college. Like rarely.
I don't tell my kids about college at all.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, a lot of Mexican parents, like old school Mexican parents, they always push that on you.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them. Like you said, I don't talk to them about college and all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I just tell my kids.
I tell them there's YouTube University right now.
There really is.
Go on YouTube and learn something.
They're making more in 1 year than I'm making my whole entire lifetime. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't push any schooling, you know, on my kids. And
I don't either.
I do tell them, I just, you know, if you guys want to be here until you're 20, which I know some, you know, will disagree with me, but if they can stay at my house 20, 25, and they can find something that's truly going to make them better and, you know, less stressed. I'm all about mental health and mental awareness, you know, whatever I can do to get them to that stage. Stay here till you're 25, 30. Plus it gets more time where I can bond with them and everything else. But I'm also, if it does regard to, you know, any type of schooling, look up a trade school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look up the YouTubes and stuff like that. Or, you know what I mean? Or figure something out that's just gonna you don't have to work as hard. You can look on YouTube and you can find anything. I was able to break into my house, you know, on YouTube. I was able to do so much just by, you know, a couple clicks on YouTube.
I was able to change all the faucets in my house just because I looked up on YouTube. I did all the switches, all the outlets.
Yeah.
And I've never done any electrical work.
Oh wow.
But one click away on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a good resource. It's a good resource for me. And what are you doing to help with your kids' nutrition and be self-conscious with what they're putting in their body? Because now there's so much, you know, junk in, you know, the food that we are now consuming.
Oh yeah. I mean, we eat a lot of fruits at home. We're, you know, my daughters, they're really into like working out and stuff. My two oldest ones. We like to work out, you know. The only thing I could do now is Pilates, but you know, it's still some type of physical activity, you know. So they're really into that, like the protein powder stuff. They're all about that, you know. But we still eat like normal people. You can't take that stuff out forever.
You can, as long as you're consuming more of. I always tell people, don't necessarily try to change cold turkey because sometimes it's not going to work that way. But start baby steps. You know what I mean? Start to see what you know.
What we
That's
started.
what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, just me being diabetic, you know, we kind of cut off all the sugars and the candies, and you know, but you know, they're kids. So
what is your cheat meal?
What's that?
What's your cheat meal?
Oh, pasta.
Yeah. And you?
It's got to be pasta. I indulge in pasta.
Yeah.
I mean that spikes up my sugar. So whenever I cheat, yep.
Oh wow.
I like Mexican food.
So do I.
Tacos.
You put a tortilla in front of me.
Yeah.
With some
salsa,
butter, cinnamon, sugar. Yeah.
All of it.
I'm messed up with. Yeah. It's funny because I'll turn down a slice of bread for, you know, tortillas. Yeah, especially if you get them homemade. Yeah.
Hey, that's funny you say that because last night I woke up, or this morning, I woke up like at 5 a.m. and I seen a big old pack of tortillas.
Yeah.
That my girl bought at the Carolinas.
Yeah.
And I just grabbed the piece, put some butter
Oh,
on
they're
it.
so good at Carolina.
so
And
good.
I was trying to be so quiet.
That's when it ends up making the most noise and everything else.
Yo, and I put like 10 seconds on the
Yeah.
microwave. And I was trying to open it before it started beeping, you know. So
Yeah.
just trying to be so quiet at 5 in the morning, trying to get tortilla with
Yeah.
butter, you know.
Yeah. Another one too, throw some peanut butter and jelly on it.
I
Get it
never
nice
had
and
Oh,
warm.
yeah.
We grew up, in the struggle a little bit. So whatever you could find to make,
Mhm.
we would make. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good too. Or cinnamon and sugar, with
These-
butter too.
These kids nowadays, they don't know about the struggle meals.
They don't. It's just I don't even know what a struggle meal is for for kids. Another struggle meal too that I used to love all the time. Well, actually, I still love it now. Is corn tortilla with eggs and hot dogs.
Oh,
Dude.
Yeah.
The hot dogs,
so
man.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dogs aren't really good for you, so I get it. And eggs are overpriced right now, but yeah.
I used to whip up eggs con weenies, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, that was.
And then
Mhm.
my kids like, "Ugh, hot dogs and eggs." I'm like,
That's
"Eat-
what my
Don't
kids-
knock it until you
you
try it.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes I put bananas in my cereal and they're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I
"Ew,
love
banana."
bananas
That's
in my
good, too, yeah.
cereal.
I'm like, man, I want to just punch this kid. They don't know.
Exactly.
They don't know what's good for them.
Yeah. Don't knock it until you try it. It's really good.
Mhm.
So I would really love to hear your guys' opinions on this. Have you guys heard of the new child support card?
No.
No?
No.
So Delaware is now pushing for the child support card. It's like an EBT card, but it will have restrictions. So you can't buy things like alcohol, adult clothes, stuff like that. So good or bad, what are you guys thinking about this?
Wait, you can't buy clothes?
Adult clothes.
Oh, adult clothes?
Yeah.
I mean, what if you're a teenager? What if you have a teenager?
I don't
That's
know.
adult clothes.
Yeah.
My 12-year-old fits into small.
I know my oldest, he snags my shirts. I'm like, wait a
That's
minute, buddy.
crazy. Like you're
Yeah.
limiting on what you can buy. I don't think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I get
know?
to some extent. I do get it. Because the fact that, yes and no, I'm 50-50 because I don't really necessarily feel like they should be tracking everything that you're spending.
Exactly.
But the other part, like, yeah, let's not use it for, alcohol or beer or whatever the case is. And I know there's, some parents out there that'll be like, well, sometimes work is stressful. I need money for me. It's not, and like, that's not your money. That's the kid's money. You want to use that for that. Use your own money. You're working or whatever the case is. And then they'll be like, well, I don't really got a job. And it's like, you're using the kid's money. Like, you buy whatever the kids need as resources and whatever the case is. And then as soon as that money is gone, then,
I think like child support is like to help the mom out.
Uh-huh.
And that's it, just to help her out. Whatever that means, if she wants to go buy groceries, or she wants to buy clothes for herself, as long as it helps her out and the family and the kids,
right?
By all means,
always make sure the kids are taken care of.
Exactly.
First.
So,
as
like,
a mom, you should always be doing.
So
that
even
first.
whatever child support money you get on top of your income, as long as the kids are taken care of, they're fed, they're
clothed,
dressed well,
100%, yeah.
You don't want to be dressed and then your kids have torn up shoes, and
that's one thing I hate seeing.
Right?
Come on, man, come on. But like you said, like as long as the kids are taken care of, that money, child support money, whatever, you can use it for whatever you want.
Yeah. And that's one thing too. I hate going into like a spot. Not hate strong word. Just like, but it's a thing where like I'll see like a parent and this parent's all done up like really nice and everything else, and this poor kid like real mocoso, hair is like hasn't been combed and brushed for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know, bro. It's just it drives me.
That
It
makes
breaks.
me sad.
It really does break my heart. What about this situation? 6-year-old shoots teacher in Virginia, and mother faces charges. What do you believe is the right punishment? Because they punish the mom, which I get. I don't know what the right situation is in this one.
I don't either. Like,
so the 6-year-old shot a teacher.
Took a gun in school and shot the teacher.
I just read about that yesterday.
I haven't read about that. Like just randomly for no reason. It doesn't.
I haven't looked entirely into it. Just read it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick the story up for the show.
How did the 6-year-old get the gun?
I don't know. I mean, if you look at a lot of the shootings now, they're so easy to get because these parents are leaving them out.
Well,
so it must have been accessible.
Yeah.
Well, then that's where the punishment should start.
Yeah.
The access to the gun, like how easy it was, like,
is mom a single mom?
How irresponsible the parents are to leave a gun around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely needed to look more into that one because I should have been more, I guess, better prepared on that one. What about this one? The Hamlin situation, right? The football player collapsed on the field.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
So there was a parent that I came across was venting because they were like, the whole world is praying for Hamlin, but my kid has cancer and there's no support for this one. So it started creating an envy for this parent. What do you say in that regard?
There should be no envy. Like,
Right.
why are they
They're
even
upset
thinking
because
like that?
yeah, I
Though?
don't know.
You know,
I mean,
like
but I get it because this parent is frustrated because their kid's going through this horrible act.
horrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. To me, it's tough because I'm like, what do you say to this parent that says, like every situation is different?
Yeah,
You know what
well,
I
I
mean?
mean, I'm sure they're getting the same prayers too.
Yeah,
It's just unfortunate that Hamlin's successful. He's a football player. He was you watch him every week in and out.
Yeah.
and
You see him on
he
TV.
had the medical staff nearby. I mean, he was fortunate they were able to react that quick. Even the time that he was out and they were having to resuscitate him, do CPR twice on him, like even that, it was a scary situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a horrible thing because I'm like, man, like I feel for this parent, but at the same time, like I feel bad at the same extent on the opposite spectrum because it's like you're creating this hurt and this anger for yourself. You know what I mean? Like people are still praying for your child, but don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And this last one, elementary schools are now having books like genderqueer in their library. This book is controversial because it shows oral sex and masturbation. Is this too far, or are you okay with it?
What I think now that it's with today's, in today's age, they're trying to push that on you.
Yeah.
Like even on commercials, you see like transgender commercials.
Right.
It's like they're just trying to push it on you.
That's what I felt like when I was saying
Yeah.
earlier
like-
about an agenda.
I'm like, man, this is it's a fucking Subway commercial.
Right.
You don't need transgenders on it.
Yeah.
It's just they're trying to push it on you, and
Yeah.
and I don't agree with that.
I think there's a time and a place. But for 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds that are, they can come across this book, I'm like,
Even at school, yeah.
I don't even if it was, a man and a woman, I don't care who it is. Like, no 6, 8, 10-year-old should be knowing about oral sex. You know what I mean? Or masturbation or anything else. Like, I think that should be held in a, sex class,
Yeah.
and at a kid that's more mature. Because you start putting those ideas at that age, that's when you start
They do
producing
too.
younger pregnancies and everything else. And in no way am I judging or anything else, but I personally don't feel like that's necessary.
And I think also too, like these kids these days, they're starting to like trying to figure out who they are
Mhm.
at such a young age. So
Yeah.
and they're a little confused. They may like what a girl likes, and they like what a boy likes. Like sometimes it can be confusing. So I think they're trying to like just get it out there. Like,
Right.
hey, it's okay to not know what to call yourself yet.
Yeah.
Because these kids are confused sometimes. They don't know.
Yeah.
And
I was even thinking about you, Elijah. I wanted to hear your input on that one.
You want to hear my input on the book in what grade you said? It was like elementary school?
Elementary school, yeah.
I think that 100% I would stand firmly behind anyone who thinks that's too damn far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Like I don't think like maybe masturbation, but that should be a home discussion. Some kids do get into touching themselves a little early, so you never know the age on that, honestly.
Right.
But that's something I feel like that should be taken care of at home.
Yeah.
Like that's not a school issue. Why the heck should my kid's teacher know that he's masturbating?
Yeah.
That's pedophilia in itself almost.
It really is, yeah.
But I think it's just one of those situations where there's too many options. Kind of going on with what she was saying, like the kids are confused because they're presented with all these options.
Yeah.
When we were
Yeah,
younger,
for sure.
we weren't confused because it may technically, I guess it could be a little wrong, but the way we grew up, blue was for boys.
Mhm.
pink was for girls.
That's so true, though.
You know, we didn't have these options. We weren't like, oh, well, you know, I want to go aqua blue with a little bit of fuchsia in there. So what would that be?
Yeah.
A they, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have options.
Yeah. I agree.
Different
times. But on top of that, I don't want to get you canceled or anything, Patrick. So I'm not saying I'm against the options as an adult. As an adult, you can choose whatever, you know what I mean? But
I don't think it's good. It's okay for kids.
Yeah, when it comes to kids, I'm not for it.
Yeah. I mean, have it in junior high. Junior high would be good, you know, because it's presenting them as they're getting older. And I think at that time,
I don't even know about junior high. I would say maybe high school.
Well, I'm just saying it because I think at
junior
that age,
high is kind of like that age, though, where like you start to transition.
Yeah, you start questioning. Like
you start doing a lot. Things are starting to happen to you more. You know, for girls and
I was into
boys.
girls at junior high. That's all I'm learning. So I was thinking like,
yeah, me too.
I got into a lot of dumb shit with junior high. Yeah. It's another story for a different day.
But even then, as a parent, you should be talking to your kids regardless. You know, being as open as
that
you
is
can.
tough though.
You know,
that's really tough because I struggle with that. That's one of my biggest struggles.
For a boy, maybe you know, I don't know, but for the girls, I felt like it was really easy. You know, I didn't. Yeah. You know, we talked about a lot.
Oh God, if I had a girl,
I even let them read it like a little book.
Yeah,
you know,
if I had a girl, man, I'd be all full of gray hair right now. I'd be like, man.
I do. You see them right here. They're all over.
I must be tougher than because I have no gray hairs.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it because I struggle with just telling my boy like, hey, like, because he's 10 years old, and so I'm trying to present it as a PG style, but to be able to still get him enough information that he needs at that age, because he's getting older, and I'm like, hey, like, you know,
it's a tough age.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Yeah,
it's tough being a parent.
Yeah, put your socks away. Like we ain't doing that yet. We're not doing that
socks.
yet. Yeah. Nobody's gonna know. And you know what that means. It's now time for the no, the O, and the laugh. It's where this and every show we give out a random hack, fun fact, or message and joke. Today's hack: messy kids, and you need them to clean up their room. I should have said that different because it sounded like, I don't know. Messy kids, and you need them to clean their room. Tell them you left money hidden in that mess. They'll be eager to clean it all up, but their trust issues will be down the drain. They won't believe you after that point, after they realize.
I was actually, say.
Unless you really do put money in there. Have you guys ever tried to do something like that?
No, but I should because it's a disaster.
Oh, you don't even want to see.
She's 18. I'm like, did a hurricane hit your room or what's going on?
Yeah.
I can't even see. You're 18, girl.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you hide it really well, though. Because if they find it, like after the second toy moved,
yep, that's
then
it.
Like,
Yeah.
That's a good hack, though. That is a good hack.
Yeah, hide it outside of the room. I'm like, well, I did hide it. My kids' rooms are, geez, like,
I gave up.
My daughter even laughs about it. She says, "It's gonna take me 2 weeks to clean this room." I'm like, "What? How does it take you 2 weeks?" And she just laughs about it. And she's so messy, man. And it literally takes her 2 weeks because she takes her sweet time.
I clean it up, and then like I'll walk out the room and go to the other kids' rooms and help them clean it up, and I go back like because I'll find something in one room and put it in the other, and it's back to normal or back to being messed up again.
Yep.
Like, what the heck? I just cleaned up your room. Crazy. And the joke: how do billboards talk?
How do they talk?
Yeah,
by sign language.
Oh, you got one. There you go.
Like,
they do sign language.
I would not have got that one.
No, nope. I tried hard for that one. And the message for today, especially for you too: laughter is timeless. Imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. There's actually a quote from Walt Disney, who was actually a Dallas Cowboys fan. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, I did not.
I'm just kidding. He
God.
I don't even know if he was even alive when Dallas Cowboys had the team, but hopefully he was. We'll see. We'll just pan it on that. But anyways, with that being said, enjoy the moments because after our little ones are big and out the house, we'll miss those moments.
Nah.
Take every opportunity to make time with them.
Kidding.
You're going to miss them when they're out the house.
I know. I totally I'll talk.
That's one of the things that I dread all the time. Do you think about that?
I just said that today, actually. Last night, my wife was cleaning the kids' toys, and she was like mad about it. And not mad, but like just frustrated because there's toys everywhere. And I'm like, there's gonna come a day where there's no more toys in this house, you know.
Yeah. So that's why, like,
enjoy it because you know slowly just the toys just start disappearing. You know, they're older and like now it's like where's all of the little baby toys at, you know? So,
Yeah.
so enjoy it for now.
Yeah, you definitely do. That's why we try to let our house get broken into a little bit by them. Like when my oldest, when he was little, he colored on the walls and everything else. I don't know if I told you. We put a frame around that, and everybody would get so frustrated. They'd be like, why are you encouraging, this?" I'm like, "'Cause they're kids." My biggest thing in life is like kids be kids.
Yeah.
Stop trying to raise them to be older than what they are or put fear, whatever the case is. Let them be the age that they are. Let them be good Dallas Cowboys fans, and that's it. That's should be
Stop
everything.
pushing Cowboys on us, man.
No, you're right though. Let
Yeah.
kids be kids.
Yes.
It's yeah.
Hey, but
Yeah.
good luck to your team.
I don't feel confident. I'm just being 100%. I don't. I mean, the way that they last played, our quarterback leads the league in interceptions and everything else. But yeah, but I'm staying.
At least he's a leader.
Yeah, I know, but I'm remaining faithful. I mean, I don't know. We got a long road. If we do, each game is going to be tough. But as we wrap up this show, I want to give a huge shout out to today's special guest, Freddy.
Thank you.
Do you want to plug anything where they can follow you at? Anything you got going on?
Nah.
No? Okay. And my new co-host, Bernice.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, because literally it's going to be a lot fun.
No, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me co-host. It's super fun. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun ride. And as always, Mr. Habari Live himself, Mr. Dip, and Elijah Wealth for Generations Lee.
Thank you, sir.
Please like and follow other shows on there like Habari Live Podcast, Habari Entertainment. Man, I just messed up again. Sorry. Apologize. Let's see. Let's go back. Please like and follow Habari Live Podcast, Habari Entertainment, and check out other shows on there like Habari Live, The Von Rebel Show, Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable, and Wealth for Generations. Please also check out One Love on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Stay safe out there, stay hydrated, and make it a great day. And we're out.
Peace.
Yeah, that one's trying to present like more social